Hello and welcome to Working with What You Got. I'm your host, Renee Joshua Porter, and I am so glad that you decided to join us today. Remember, our show is all about you realizing you have more than you think you have. You have more time, you have more talent, you have more resources, you have more faith, you have more food, you have more people on your side, and it is time in 2015 for you to unknot your mind. We're going to do what we do at the beginning of most of our shows, 99% of our shows. We are going to cook. And in the weeks ahead, you're going to see us do a lot of healthy, nutritious, heart enriching recipes. Now, let me just tell you something. I love sweets. It is a weakness of mine. I love sweets. I love gooey. I love soft. But a lot of times it's trenched with fat and it's trenched with cholesterol. And I'm up there in age. I got to watch my weight. I got to watch my cholesterol numbers, my high blood pressure, all that other stuff. I have to make sure that I stay and I revere and really preserve the temple that God gave me. So I went to the grocery store and I started thinking, what could I make for this show? And when you go to the grocery store, try to stay around the circumference of the grocery store. Stay away from up and down the aisles. Up and down the aisles, that's when there's a lot more preservatives, a lot more chemicals, because they have to extend the shelf life. So if you stay on the outside, on the peripheral, that's where the fresh things are, the fresh produce, the fresh meats, the fresh fruits. Yeah, that's produce. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, I thought about it. And I said, how about if we use a fruit that's sweet and juicy and very versatile? Now, you've seen me do shows before when I've talked about dates and how dates a lot of times are overlooked or ignored because a lot of times we go for raisins. Do you know what's more ignored than dates? Figs. Figs. Too many times we overlook figs. There are so many possibilities in a fig. And guess what I'm going to make? I'm going to make a flourless, sugarless, no bake brownie bite out of figs. If I can do it, you can do it. So what did I do? I got a cup of figs, half a cup of raisins. I put them in my food processor with 3 tablespoons of pure cocoa. That's it. Now, I was going to show you exactly what I did, but I brought the blade, I brought the cup for the food processor, but I didn't bring the motor. This is working what you got. So you have to envision it. This is where you have to use your creative imagination and watch. Imagine me pressing. Zoom, zoom, zoom. It would have chopped it very fine. And after that, after we chop it, what we do is it becomes like a crumble. And you're going to take it now and form it into a ball. All this is figs ground up, raisins ground up, and pure cocoa. With the raisins and the figs together, it's sweet and delicious. I even tested it among my children who are not always willing to be guinea pigs. And I got the thumbs up, especially from Julian. He is a hard cookie. So after you put the crumble together, you're going to roll it. Now, something I did just for it to hold the form was I got a piece of parchment paper, and I put my little brownie bite in the middle of the parchment paper, and I just twisted it. It kept my nice little round form, put it in the refrigerator, and because it was wrapped in a parchment paper, I don't have to worry about it drying out, because that's important. Nobody wants a brownie bite that's not moist. We need moisture. And remember, air is the enemy of freshness. So whenever you put something in your fridge, you want to make sure that it's airtight, because once that air hits it, it's downhill after that. So I'm going to ask the wonderful Tommy if he's willing to try the brownie bite. Now remember, it doesn't have sugar, it doesn't have flour, so don't expect it out of the bakery. But it does satisfy that sweet tooth, and it is quite delicious. Come on, Tommy, are you ready?
I'm ready. I didn't know I was going to do it, but...
Yeah, okay. So Tommy, that's your brownie bite right there.
This guy?
That guy.
Lord knows I hate brownies.
Do you?
Yes. It is a brownie. How's that possible?
Isn't that good?
It's a brownie.
It's a brownie.
I didn't expect that.
You didn't expect it.
I really didn't. Honestly, God, I didn't expect that. I was going to go, yeah. It tastes like it does. Wait a minute.
Fig, raisins, cocoa, ground it up, put
That's
in
it.
ball.
And that's healthy.
It's health. Come on.
It's actually more chocolatey.
It is because I use the pure cocoa.
Wow. That's amazing. It really is. That's amazing.
And you know what I'm going to do?
I really didn't expect
You,
that.
you thought you were going to have to fake liking it,
Yeah,
right?
No, I would not fake it. I'd go, you know me, I'd be honest.
Okay, so now what I'm going to do, Tommy, I'm going to show you if we take it.
That's really good.
It's good, right? But I want to do something because sometimes we like a little nuts with our brownies, right? So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take a little orange juice and I'm going to put it on my little brownie bite. And then right here, I took fresh almonds and I ground up fresh almonds. And I'm just going to take fresh almonds and now pop that in there.
That's good.
That's good,
I
right?
love almonds.
Me too. Is that good?
It's unbelievable.
No sugar, no flour, no fat.
I think we should go into business.
Come on, I need an
I'm
investor.
serious.
Come on.
I don't have enough money to pay attention, but I'll invest with you. It's delicious. I can't believe the brownie. I really can't.
Yeah,
It's more chocolatey than a brownie.
yeah. Isn't
And
that
that's
good?
what the kick is anyway, you know?
And that's what we want.
Yeah.
If we want chocolate, we want
So now,
chocolate.
just curiosity-wise, in calories, what would that be, like one of those brownie bites?
I would say whatever a calorie is inside of the fig and the raisins, which is
So
probably
less than 50?
definitely.
Oh, my God. You could pop them in the movie theater
Exactly.
all night long.
Well, no, you want to be careful because one of the things about figs and raisins, they're really good at cleaning out that colon.
That's
So
good.
if you got a 2-hour movie, about 45 minutes into the movie,
Okay. I just want something else. But for home, and I mean,
yeah, for home,
what
this
a-
is
what a
good.
beautiful. See, I'm on a diet. I'm doing this other thing.
Isn't
now.
that great?
It's what a.
Janine could do this, and you could do this for Janine. You
I
could
would.
feed each
I
other
would.
brownie
I would.
bites.
No, because you're just looking to get rid of that Jones. You know,
Exactly.
and boom. There
That's
it is.
it. You want to feed the Jones.
That's right.
And we want to feed the Jones with something that's not going to hurt the
That's
heart.
right. I think that's terrific.
Right? You like it?
Don't anyone steal that idea now.
That's all right.
That's Renee's idea.
You saw it first.
That's right. We got it on tape. It says. Beautiful.
All
Love
right.
it.
Thank
Love
you
it.
so much, Tommy. You see how easy that was? And I got that today when I was sitting in the kitchen. I was like, okay, what can I do with figs? What do you like, Renee? You like moist? You like soft? You like chocolate? And let me tell you, when you keep your mind open like that, the creator, God, who's the most creative of them all, he's the head chef, he just downloaded, went to the food processor, and that took what, 5 minutes to make? Delicious, right? Well, I want to give you another idea for figs. I started thinking about it, and I have my skillet here. Do you like my little skillet, my electric skillet? Milani actually gave this to me for Christmas because she knows I have to bring my kitchen wherever I go. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put in a little orange juice. And we had granola, thanks to Vicky Melee, sitting around the studio. So I'm going to use some of Vicky's granola. Thank you, Vicky. Some of her granola. And now I'm going to put those raisins in. But I'm going to chop up figs again. So many times you don't think about using figs even in the morning. They are so good for you. Heavy, heavy in vitamins and nutrients. So I'm going to cut up the figs into the granola. And I'm just going to heat it up on the skillet. Just a little bit. I'm just doing a little doody-dad. It smells delicious. We have our oats, raisins, figs. And I think in this granola in particular, they had chia in it, which is an excellent superfood. Oh, man, look at that. Simple. Listen, in 2015, make up your mind that you're not going to run on empty. You're not going to run on empty in the morning by not eating food that is fuel. You're not going to run on empty by getting out of the house without taking time to meditate and really get centered and focused and get divine direction for your day. You're not going to run on empty with toxic relationships that drain you and don't fortify you. In 2015, do not run on empty. Remember that. Don't run on empty. Okay. So we just made a little granola crumble. Oh, I'll put it in here. I love my little parchment paper cups. I can't get Janine to taste for me, huh? Yeah, can I get Janine? I haven't had Janine as a taster in quite a while.
You got to give her one of those brownies.
I am. I'm going to give her a brownie, too. Come on, Janine. Here comes the beautiful Janine. All right, Janine.
Yummy.
All right, so you're going to try it. It's our little morning crumble, and we put our figs inside of it. Instead of sugar, we just sweetened it with orange juice.
Oh, I love that.
You love it?
That's outrageous.
Isn't
It's
it?
the sweet, the oats, it's perfect, it's filling, it's fortifying,
Mm-hmm.
delicious.
And it's not heavy with calories.
Nope.
It's not processed, and it's
It's
simple,
wonderful.
and it's not expensive.
Nope.
It's not expensive because so often
good.
we keep hearing, I can't eat healthy or I can't buy health food. It's so expensive. Remember, you have more than you think you have. You like that?
You're going to come and make this for me every morning.
Yeah, of course. But
Delicious.
okay, now here, I'm going to give you a brownie bite for when you go back inside the
Thank
booth.
you very much. Excellent.
Come on. You can do this. You can do this. We made a brownie bite out of figs. Don't ignore figs. When you go in that produce aisle, start looking. In 2015, start looking for ingredients you don't normally use. Start picking up the figs. Start picking up the dates. You say, oh, I don't like it. I like the way it looks. Try it different ways. We showed you how to make it without cooking it, and then we added it into an existing granola. I'm telling you, you can do this. This is going to be the best, healthiest, most fortifying year you have ever had. Now you stay tuned because Mooks is back with her rant, and you don't want to miss it. Right after this.
Hi, my name is Dr. Tom Dow. We have a multidisciplinary practice in Melville and Ronkonkoma, New York, and we treat patients with many, many different conditions, from newborns through geriatric patients with numerous different techniques. There's a technique and a type of treatment for every class of patient. We have them all here. Here's my son Thomas, also a doctor of chiropractic, working on one of our patients' cervical spine. This patient has had chronic neck pain for many, many, many years, has been to a multitude of different practitioners with little or no response. And with our specialized techniques, she has improved tremendously and continues to improve on a daily basis. We have two practices, one in Melville and one in Ronkonkoma, New York. We are a multidiscipline chiropractic office. What that means is we have chiropractors, massage therapists, acupuncturists, psychologists, all working as a team and a network of outside professionals such as orthopedists and neurologists that we work hand in hand with to help determine what your injuries are and the best way to treat your injuries. I have the great pleasure of having my son in practice with me. We work hand in hand, father and son, to give our patients the best care possible, and a staff which is loving, caring, and you'll never have to wait at all in our office for service. Many times patients come into our office and they have what's called a soft tissue injury. Soft tissue injuries are like scars inside your body. If you've ever been cut on the outside of your body, you get a scar. The same thing happens inside of your body to your muscles and ligaments. So our job is to determine where those are, stretch the muscles, adjust the vertebra back into their correct position, and then refortify the normal structure with exercise. That's what we do best, and I hope someday you'll come see us at one of our 2 offices. Thank you.
Yo, what's up, y'all? This is me, GMC, in the place to be, the greatest MC in history. There will never be an MC greater than me. And right about now, the only place for you to be is with your one and only Madhouse TV.
You are the man.
Hi, and welcome to Working with What You Got, Rant of the Week with me, Mooks. Now, the best part about it being a new year is that we all have a clean slate, a fresh start to completely start over and fix all the mistakes from last year. Some people make resolutions. I prefer to call them goals. And I think one goal we should all strive for this year is to just be real. We live in a world that endorses and celebrates the superficial. And thanks to the internet and social media, many of us have created alternate personalities and realities that are not who we really are. Unfortunately, authenticity is not very popular these days, and whether we realize it or not, many of us have mastered the art of being fake. We have mastered how to hide our true emotions, our true thoughts and feelings to appease those around us. And it seems like the truth sometimes is just too much. The truth is just uncomfortable. So if we have a problem with someone, we pretend like it's all good and let the issue fester and fester, and it's never addressed. If a relationship has run its course, we hold on to it for dear life in fear of what others may think now that we're alone. Or even at work, we smile in the face of our coworkers, but then talk about them like dogs behind their back. Enough with the fakery. I don't know about you, but I am just tired of it. This year, let's make a resolution, let's make a goal to take off the mask. The mask of unkindness, the mask of pride, the mask of fakery, the mask of lies or deceit. Let's just be real with each other and real with one another. If there's an area of your life where you feel like you need help, don't be afraid to ask. I know that it's hard. A lot of times I don't like to ask for help, but that's what we have to do. Forget about who's watching. Forget about what they may think of you, what opinions they may form. Just ask for help. Life is too short to spend so much time being phony. Today you are you. That is truer than true. There is no one alive that is youer than you. The immortal words of Dr. Seuss. Stay true. Happy New Year.
$1.3 million women are victims of physical assault by an intimate partner each year. According to the National Coalition Against Domestic Violence, the majority of cases aren't reported to the police. Most people who are in an abusive relationship don't even know they're in one. The truth is, all abusive relationships boil down to one thing: control.
How do you like it? My new dress.
Are you out of your mind? You look like a prostitute. We're not going out with you dressed up like that in public.
But what am I supposed to wear?
Wear something decent. You can't wear that out in public. We're going to be late. Get back in there and pick a different outfit. I'm going to go run some errands. I'll be back in 30 minutes. Please be ready, okay?
Fine, I'll change. Fine.
Abuse is not always physical, leaving wounds that are visible on the outside.
Emotional abuse is just as painful, only these wounds are hidden on the inside.
Are you out of your mind? You're crazy. You look like a prostitute.
Know that abuse is abuse, no matter what the form.
Look at me.
Oh my God, what's wrong with me?
Physical abuse scars the body,
I just want him to love me.
but mental abuse scars the mind.
What you just saw was an example of a relationship that is emotionally abusive. Nobody has the right to tell you how to dress or how to act. If someone really cares for you, they won't tear you down. They will build you up.
How do you like it?
Wow. You look great. Fantastic. But then again, you look great all the time.
Thank you. I was hoping you'd like it. It's my new dress. I bought it just so we could go out tonight.
You look stunning.
Thank you. But I think I'm going to take a sweater just in case it gets cold tonight.
Great idea. I'm going to take one too. Let's go.
All relationships are not perfect, but a healthy relationship is when two people bring out the best in each other and have each other's good in mind. Take your time to know someone instead of rushing into something. It is better not to involve yourself with an abusive person than to try and get out of a domestic violence situation.
If someone is abusive to you and you need help, please call the Domestic Violence Hotline at 1-800-799-SAFE. That's 1-800-799-SAFE. They have highly trained experts available 24/7 who will speak with you confidentially and offer information regarding the unhealthy aspects of your relationship, resources, or immediate support for victims to find safety and live lives free of abuse. Domestic violence affects us all.
It affects us all.
It affects us all. 모두에게 영향을 줍니다.
Che ci ricarte tutte.
It affects us all.
Domestic violence.
Hi, I'm Tom Mealy from Madhouse TV, and when I'm not at the studio, I'm here at the Harrison Law Group. This is my real job. And this January 2015, Brett and I are putting together a show called Legal Straight Talk. It'll be aired on Cablevision as well as here at Madhouse TV. You need to tune in. This information that we're going to be giving the public is the real deal. It's all about what you should do, what you shouldn't do. So tune in this January 2015 for a new episode of Legal Straight Talk.
We're going to do a live commercial. Hi, I'm Renee Marie. I'm the president of Language of Love Incorporated Foundation. I'm really happy to tell you that we're going to be doing a Language of Love telethon on March 29, 2015 from 2 p.m. to 8 p.m. Please look for the location on my website, ReneeMarieLanguageOfLove.org. And once again, it's ReneeMarieLanguageOfLove.org. And the show will be hosted on the Madhouse TV. It really is important for you to be aware of strokes and aphasia. Strokes is the third leading cause of death in America and the first leading cause of disability. And it really is something that plays no favoritism. And it also really comes when you're not expecting. Nobody expects to have a stroke, and nobody expects to suffer from aphasia, and it really does make a huge impact in your life and change your life in one split second. So we look forward to having everyone join us once again on March 29, 2015 from 2 p.m. to 8 p.m. And you can follow us on ReneeMarieLanguageOfLove.org. Once again, it's ReneeMarieLanguageOfLove.org. And we look forward to seeing you. God bless.
Hi, we're back. I'm your host, Renee Joshua Porter, and you have tuned into Working with What You Got. I have none other than my friend, Talia Fuller, esthetician, skincare expert extraordinaire. I whisked Talia out of her other retail life. And Talia is going to share with us about kitchen cosmetics. She has a company called Spice Rack Cosmetics, and she is just ingenious and knows how to just pull things out of your kitchen cabinet. So what are you going to share with us?
Well, you know, there's so many things that you can take right out of your kitchen cabinet, hence Spice Rack Beauty.
Spice Rack Beauty, I'm sorry.
And so, you know, it was this created with the idea that, you know, your beauty doesn't have to cost a whole lot. You know, what you use in your kitchen, you can definitely turn it into something that's a beauty treatment. You know, I feel that everything you put in your body is very beneficial as well as what you put topically. But, you know, it's the oils, it's all types of things. It's everyday things that you use. And I just found something that's really interesting regarding castor oil. Now, you have castor oil somewhere around here?
I do. I have castor oil right here, right from the laxative aisle at CVS.
And see, and this is what makes people crazy, Renee. Now, you know that anybody of a certain age knows that castor oil has, they shiver when they start to think of what their moms did with the castor oil. Usually gave them a teaspoon of it,
yes,
you know, as a colon cleanse, the original colon cleanse. But did you know that castor oil, and I love, this is what's so great about doing research, castor oil comes from the seeds of the Palma Christi plant, also known as the palm of Christ. Did you know that?
No.
And the documentation for medicinal purposes go back as far as 1550 BC, when the Egyptians used castor oil as an eye irritation treatment.
Wow.
Yeah.
Castor oil in the eye.
Castor oil, yeah, for eye treatments. Wow. Eye irritation, I guess for boils. So suppose you had a boil or you had a sty. A sty.
Right.
Yeah, yeah. So it would actually help to bring it to a head naturally.
Wow.
Without lancing it.
Well, I've found that I have used castor oil not only as an emollient, I've used it even for inflammation.
Absolutely.
And that was because of you. You're the one that told me, did you try rubbing it with castor oil? Anytime I felt like I had pulled something or had a strain in a muscle, and I didn't even realize it really, really helped with inflammation.
Absolutely. It will help also with psoriasis and eczema.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
So the anti-inflammatory benefit of it.
Well, I know it's great with the hair. That's why I get it a lot of times. I get it for the hair.
Absolutely. It's good for hair growth, including the eyebrow. The hair loss in the eyebrows, you know, women who overpluck.
Really?
They'll actually stimulate the hair follicles.
Talia, I didn't even know that. Really? That's good to know. Okay.
Yeah.
Now, I'm going to throw some things at you.
Okay.
Okay. And I know you don't know what I have, but this is working with what you got.
Okay. I'm so hungry. Is it anything that I can?
Well, I don't know.
Okay. All right.
Well, what I did was, this is fresh coconut.
Okay.
I cracked open a coconut and I ground up the meat with a little bit of the water. What can coconut be used for?
Coconut has so many different benefits. You know, I can't remember all these things, but coconut would actually help with memory.
Really?
You know, if you ingest it, this is talking about an ingestible, you know, but if you use it topically, it contains caprylic acid and it has antimicrobial properties. So actually, you could actually mash this up. And the oil in this is actually going to help with yeast. You actually told me that, yeast, as far as lime and coconut together, but it has antimicrobial benefit and antifungal benefit. So coconut oil is also good for hair growth again. It's also good for the skin. Yeah.
Now, coconut oil has become a phenomenon now. Now, those of us that are from Central America and the Caribbean, we've known about coconut from the beginning.
Right.
But now it's become very expensive and very popular. Tell me some of the things in your skincare regimen that you use coconut oil for.
Coconut oil is perfect for taking off makeup. It's actually good for taking off makeup, using as an emollient. You know, right now, you know, your homes, your cars, everything is hot, it dehydrates. Everyone's skin is dehydrated. Even if you think that you're not dehydrated or dry, chances are you probably are. You know, so this actually helps with dehydrated skin. Wow. So you would actually slather this on your feet, your face, your hair. Yeah, so this is great for rehydrating. Rehydrating.
And you know, I've grown to love coconut.
Yeah,
because
great.
growing up, I hated it. I hated the smell. I hated the taste.
You told me that.
Yeah, my husband used to always say I'm a coconut that hates coconut.
That's amazing.
But
thank you, Keith.
But I grew to really appreciate the benefits of coconut.
Yeah.
It's great. Now, do you know at all how we would use, say, the coconut meat if I wanted to make a mask? Because I know a lot of times, you know, what is the thing that the key ingredient that you use if you're going to make a mask? Like, if, for instance, say you've had a week, if you use a lot of makeup and you say, you know, it's time to pull out some of the impurities, what is like a staple that you would use?
Clay. You need kaolin clay. Kaolin clay is really derived from the earth. And so what you want is a clay that's actually going to help pull the impurities from the skin. Yeah, so your base should really be a clay. And it's so funny because, you know, we go into all these different stores. You know, I work for a high-end retailer, and it just amazes me that, you know, people will spend $150 for a mask. You know, because I'm in the industry and I have been for a while, I know that there are certain components that have to be in a mask. And one of them has to be clay. Now, I got something from TJ Maxx. Can I say TJ? I've already said it.
You said it.
Well, you know, those discounters. And I always go to the beauty aisle because a lot of products get actually shipped to these places because they don't sell. And so anyway, I picked up an ingredient, and that's why it's so important to read your ingredients. And so one of the ingredients was carbon black. Carbon black is a carcinogenic. Cancer-causing.
Wow.
So you really want to be careful what you're putting on your face. However, carbon black is good for pulling impurities out. Well, you can do it in a much safer way. So you want clay. You want a bentonite clay or you want a kaolin clay.
Spell kaolin.
Kaolin is Kaolin.
I heard of bentonite, but I never heard of kaolin.
Yeah, bentonite comes from the mountains of the Dakotas, I believe. Kaolin clay is used in actually porcelain making in China.
Wow.
Yeah.
And so that would be the base.
That would be your base.
And then you start putting in
you
what
can start adding. But even egg white is a good base because it's something that's going to harden and pull. You know. Yeah.
Now, how do you feel about honey?
Honey is great. Honey was called liquid gold by Homer. You know, the Greek philosopher.
Yes.
Was he Greek or what was he?
I don't know him.
Okay, but but honey was called liquid gold, and honey is good for purifying. Honey is good to put on your baby's bottom if they have an irritation. Honey is good for softening the skin. Honey is good for just a variety of
And also a
different
scrub.
beauty. And as a scrub also, as a scrub.
You can take the honey, and even if you want to put like a coarse sea salt, and you can make a good scrub with that.
You can, but you know, be careful with the scrubs. You know,
Okay.
anyone who's a fair skin, you know, of Irish or origin, a background, or just a fair skinned person, you know, you're more prone to broken capillaries. And even a light-skinned person of any ethnic origin, you really want to be careful of using scrubs too vigorously. Scrubs are good for your feet, for your elbows, for your knuckles, men who are out, people who are out in the cold. But anyone that's fair, with a fair complexion, really you have to go easy on the scrub. So actually the raw coconut meat yeah. So I can feel it. That's really good. But again, you could add your honey to this, and then add any type of grade, whether it's grain, whether it's quinoa, whether it's any type of grain, and then you make it so that it's coarse, and then that could be your exfoliant.
Exfoliant.
Exfoliants.
Okay. No, I didn't know that about the scrub.
Yeah.
I know that if I use scrubs too often, and I'm not prone to blemish, I will get a blemish.
Yeah.
Like my skin really can't take too much.
You're very
manipulation.
reactive. Yeah, you don't want to do too much, right? Oh, look at that. You have Nestle's. This is Hershey's.
Yeah, cocoa.
This is really great. You know, cocoa is really, really great for the skin. It's an antioxidant. However, it's dark cocoa, which is the one that really does and has most benefit for the skin.
Really?
Yeah.
Now, what form would I use it? You
would use this as a mask. You could use it as a mask. But if you eat like a piece of dark chocolate every day, it's good. The polyphenols in dark chocolate, they're good for your heart and your skin. Wow. Yeah. So, you know, the fad was a few years ago, I want to say about 4 or 5 years ago, was to have a chocolate mask. Well, you know, the truth is that, you know, these things, they're faddish. You know, I don't know that they have much benefit, and I don't like the smell of coconut on my skin, of cocoa on my skin. Right. You know, so I don't know that it has much benefit, but people like it. You know, but just know that ingesting it is better than putting it on topically.
Oh,
I
okay.
feel.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's good to know.
Yeah.
Okay, so we use that. Now, almonds.
Oh, almonds are great.
Almonds, I know almonds are great. That's why I bought it, because I thought of you. These are fresh almonds. I had Julian's my son, had him crack them out the shell, and then we just put them in the food processor.
Okay.
If you had almonds, tell us what you would do with almond oil, what you do with fresh almonds. School us on almonds.
Oh, almonds. Almonds are good because the skin of an almond, of a raw almond, well, let me back up a little bit. Raw almonds are just good for you. Yeah, we like roasted, salted, but truly the best way to get your almonds is to use a raw almond. And so the skin is packed with vitamin E.
Really?
Vitamin E.
Vitamin E.
Vitamin E.
I take vitamin E.
Yeah, it's so good for you. It's so good for your skin.
Wow.
Yeah. So this
Vitamin
could be a good scrub. This could be, again, a nice mild exfoliant.
Well, okay, so now for our viewers, lastly, now Talia, you know, she is really like the Houdini of kitchen cosmetics.
Oh, I know.
I'll just name stuff and she'll whip it into something.
Okay.
Can you do something out of orange juice?
Orange juice. Well, orange juice would be, well, that's your vitamin C. Your vitamin C is a skin brightener. But see, vitamin C, it has to be used in such a way that it doesn't degrade, because vitamin C after really 7 days starts to degrade and starts to be like sour, you know, orange juice. So vitamin C, your orange juice. So you could use it as an astringent, but there's an easier way to do that. I would just take a raw lemon.
Oh, tell me what you do while you.
Okay. Oh, wait a minute. I think I have some vodka.
I'll drink it.
Oh, so I guess it's for kids too. Okay.
Tell us what you'll do with your lemon.
With my lemon, I would take my lemon and I would rub it on my elbows. You know, nothing is worse to me than you know, you're a performer. Then, you know, you see a woman in a low cut, or anybody with like a low cut, or a woman with a low cut dress, and the elbows are all crusted. That is not a good look.
Yeah, no. Oh,
not
gosh.
a good look.
Yeah.
So, you know, take that lemon and rub it on the elbows. The joints usually get dry and cracked, so you want to rub it on your knees, on your feet, on your elbows, anywhere that you want to lighten, because again, it's the vitamin C.
And it does work.
It does work.
It really does.
It does work. I mean, you have to do it over time, and you're going to see an improvement in about a month. Yeah.
Really?
See, people get impatient and they want to see quick results. You're only going to see a quick result if you go to a doctor and you get an injectable of some sort.
And then you get quick side effects.
You sure do. You sure do.
Side effects that come with it. So with patience and diligence, you will see it.
You will see a difference. I told a woman about dark spots on the face. White potato. You rub a white potato. Yeah, has lightening benefit.
Wow. You have like a whole...
Yeah, it's funny, you know, because I'm in it and I'm always experimenting, I forget what I know.
Well, I'll pull it out of you.
Okay.
So you know what I'm going to do? I found that I started using this dish detergent. It comes in a jar. Most of the time when I do the detergents, I try to go for things that are clear, all natural, because my hands they get really messed up. Well, I started using this detergent that had my hands really feeling like paper.
Okay.
I mean, it felt horrible. And I didn't even know it was from the dish detergent.
Yeah.
And I said, what am I using? What am I using? They actually felt like they were burnt.
Well, it's the laurates. It's the sulfur laurates they're your soaping agents, and that's what helps to give you that soaping, you know, because we're geared to seeing, psychologically, you equate bubbles with cleanliness, but you don't really need to see all that bubble action. That bubble action is what's drying you out.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, what I did was I used the castor oil. I used the castor oil. So I want to know, I'm going to try something, Talia. If I take my castor oil, see, that's about, what, half a cap, right? And I take some of the almond, because you said it has the vitamin E in there, right? And I mix it together. And then I take a little bit of my honey. You know, my husband tells me I'm a mad scientist.
That's okay.
Put it in here. What I'm trying to do is to really bring back some of the suppleness back to my skin.
But Renee, you have baby-like skin anyway. I've always known you to have.
You know, but I was really suffering. The winter really has my skin suffering really, really bad. Even to the point where my mother, she'll watch the show and she'll say, your hands look so dry.
Yeah, you can't help it. I mean, the appendages seem to, you know.
Okay, so what I'm showing the audience, we took castor oil, ground almonds, and honey. Like Talia said, the almond skin has a tremendous amount of vitamin E in it.
And the castor oil actually stimulates elastin collagen growth production.
Wow. And you know, after 40-something, that collagen starts to get depleted.
That's right. That's right. And collagen is sort of like the mayonnaise in the layers of the skin. When you start to deplete that, everything just starts to
hang.
It's not a pretty.
It's not a pretty sight. We don't want to hang.
No, we don't want to.
We don't want to hang.
No.
And so we have the honey in there, and then what we would do, we would just rinse it off.
Just rinse it off.
Just rinse it off. Let's get some of that water.
Oh, that's really great.
You do it for me.
Okay.
There you go. Pour a little bit more.
Okay. Oh, that's great. I could see your skin is going to be really...
You can even feel it. You can even feel it. My hands were cracking so much from that dish detergent. I really was starting to hurt even to bend it. And you can even feel by putting in the almonds and the honey and the castor oil, it feels like it's drinking it.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, how much did that cost?
Oh, I mean, this treatment was, I'd say, about $5.
About $5.
Yeah.
Now tell me the price range of, you don't have to say the brand, but the price range of a moisturizer that you would see in your store.
$420.
Wow.
$420 for an ounce.
Wow.
And a lot of that is the packaging. Yeah, so you're paying for packaging.
Thank you so much, Tommy. The packaging.
Packaging and glossies and magazines, all the advertisements. So you're paying for all the other stuff. And you probably got, you know, maybe a half an ounce of real product.
Wow.
Yeah. But you know, but we're enticed. We're all enticed by glossy advertising, slick advertising. So there's a psychology behind it all. You know, if you tell a woman you can, you know, honey can do the same thing as XYZ product, you know, yeah, I don't want to do that. You know, people don't want to do it.
Well, you know what, though? I happen to think, Talia, that Working What You Got is a movement. And I think it's a movement that's advancing. And especially with the economy and the times that we're living in, people are realizing that they don't have what they think they have as far as money, you know, as far as frivolous spending. So I find that the consumer is becoming wiser. And so if we could show them what to do, this feels so good.
It looks great. Looks great. Nice. Nice.
If we could start to show you, we empower you on how to change the whole dynamics of how you live. Look at everything from the perspective of, what else could I use this for? And I love what Talia said. If I can ingest it, then I can put it on topically.
Right.
If I can't ingest it, then guess what? Maybe I shouldn't put it on my body.
And especially if you can't pronounce it.
That ought to be key. If you can't pronounce it, that's great. Now tell them about your product, your body butter.
Oh my goodness, I didn't even bring it.
That's okay. You didn't bring your body butter. Tell us. We'll tell them how to get it.
It's called Be Smooth Bee Balm, and Be Smooth Bee Balm I created with the idea of something that's natural that you can put on your skin, you can put on your baby. You won't have any side effects. And I don't make medicinal claims. Am I looking the right way? I don't make any medicinal claims about my product, but I will say that people who have suffered from eczema and psoriasis have gotten great relief. And that's because it contains castor oil, and it contains almond oil, and it has a proprietary blend. So I can't give away the kitchen or all my secrets. However, it's everything that you could ever use on your body and on your baby's body. And I make it myself. And I just got a retail order.
Wow.
Yeah, in New York City.
Yeah.
And I'm really psyched. It's Gary Null's Whole Foods. So Gary Null had Whole Foods before Whole Foods had Whole Foods. On the Upper West Side. So I just got an order from them. And they were really thrilled with the product. I've been doing demonstrations in Whole Foods on Long Island. And hopefully this year, I can get on their shelves as well. But you can order it from me.
Excellent. I use it all the time. I do. I use it in my hair. My family fights over it because I don't like sharing jars with my sons. You know, I don't want us all digging in the same jar, so they have to have their own jar. But I love it, and we've been using it for years. Be Smooth Body Butter.
Yeah, Be Smooth Bee Balm.
Be Smooth Bee Balm.
Yeah.
By Spice Rack Beauty. That's a lot of bees to
I know a lot of bees. Well, it's Be Smooth, as in, you know, don't you want to be smooth? And Bee Balm, like buzz, you know, like. Yeah.
Because you didn't even tell them that that's in there. You didn't tell about the
the base is beeswax, and beeswax was found in King Tut's tomb. So beeswax is just so invaluable to the skin. It's so healing for the skin.
Excellent. And we'll be right back after this with more of Talia's excellent nuggets.
You know you already want a Toyota, but when you want more from your Toyota store, you want Smithtown Toyota, where every Toyota comes with Smithtown Toyota's Toyota for Life program, giving you lifetime New York State inspections, lifetime 10% discounts on all parts and service, 2 years of complimentary oil changes, 2 years of scheduled maintenance, and more, all at no cost to you, plus low clear-out deals on every Toyota in stock. Get more from your Toyota store. Hurry to Smithtown Toyota.
Let our creativity work for you. We design business cards, brochures, annual reports, newsletters and magazines, menus and programs, flyers and mailers, signs and posters, and more. We also do voiceovers. First impressions matter. Make yours count with an expressive voice artist. Distinctive, warm, soothing, natural delivery that can add believability and appeal to any audio project. Contact us to discuss how we can make your project a success. Sierra Graphics. That's info@sierragraphics.com.
My name is Dr. Robert Brevard. I'm here for Multi-Medicine in Westbury, New York. We're located at 1065 Old Country Road, Suite 214. Been here for about 15 years. The practice has medical doctors, physical therapists, chiropractors, acupuncturists. We also do pain management, and we have orthopedists on staff. Here at Advanced Multi-Medicine Rehabilitation, we've got physical therapists on staff who treat an array of conditions, from neck pain to back pain, shoulder pain. We treat carpal tunnel. We treat a lot of car accident patients, slip and falls. We treat patients with knee injuries, with ankle injuries. We have state-of-the-art equipment. We've been here for over 15 years. Vast array of diagnostic testing, from x-rays to EMGs. What is an EMG? It's a diagnostic test that allows a doctor to determine where the pinched nerve is. Cora is a physical therapist at Advanced Multi-Medicine and Rehabilitation. She's working on Stephanie, who was involved recently in an automobile accident. Stephanie has tight thoracic and cervical musculature, and Cora is doing some myofascial release work and some therapeutic stretching, doing it to help her with her pain. Vicky is also a patient here at Advanced Multi-Medicine and Rehabilitation. Vicky is now working her leg muscles, specifically her quadricep muscles, trying to strengthen them after an injury she sustained. If you find yourself in need of any type of physical therapy, please don't hesitate to call Advanced Multi-Medicine and Rehabilitation, located in Westbury, New York, in Suite 214. Phone number is 516-334-7000, or find us on our website at advancedmultimedicine.com.
Hi, we are back. I'm your host, Renee Joshua Porter, and I'm here with one of my dear, did I say dear?
Yes, you did.
Okay, dear friends, Talia Fuller, who's an esthetician and just really a maven of information when it comes to kitchen cosmetics. Now, before we zoom off, Talia, tell them about strawberries real quick.
Strawberries, oh my gosh. Strawberries are wonderful. They're loaded with vitamin A, and they're a great teeth whitener.
Wow.
Now, you would think the opposite. You would think that you'd be stained by using strawberries, but it's not so. They actually whiten your teeth.
Wow. Okay. Now, what is this?
And they're also a skin purifier. Forgot.
Now, explain that. How would you use it?
So you would actually mash them up and use them after you've done your cleansing, and they actually help to purify the skin.
Wow. Kind of like a toner?
A toner.
Wow.
But you would use it really as a mask. Let it stay on, and then wash it off.
Strawberries.
Mashed
Simple.
strawberries.
Wow.
Simple.
Do they have to be ripe?
Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Yeah.
Okay, so this is our bee
is
balm?
This is the Bee Smooth Bee Balm. This is my baby. This is my baby that I created with the idea that anyone can use this, whether it's a baby, whether you're 3 days or 30. You could use this. You could use this. It has a proprietary blend of vegetable oils and essential oils, and the base is beeswax. Beeswax, which was found in King Tut's tomb. So it's healing and soothing to the skin.
Excellent. Excellent. Thank you so much, Talia.
Oh, may I tell you one more thing?
Of course, tell us.
Oh my gosh, I get so excited. There's so much to know and so much to learn about skin, skincare, and just the simple things. Did you know that lettuce will soothe sunburned skin? Lettuce.
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 Okay, so you sit out in the sun too long, you're burned, go in, just slap that romaine on.
Absolutely.
Wow.
Absolutely. You can soak it and just lay the leaves on the skin.
It makes sense.
Yeah. Yeah.
The cooling property behind it.
Cooling property, absolutely. Cooling and healing property. And aloe. Aloe is great.
Yeah.
You know, there have been so many studies done on aloe. Aloe is an anti-inflammatory. So if you drink aloe and also put it on topically, it's very good for your digestive system.
It's bitter. It is bitter, but it is helpful.
It's not tasty. It's not tasty, but you know, there's a lot of things that don't taste good, but they're good for you. One is being apple cider vinegar,
Yes.
my absolute favorite.
Oh yeah, you know how much we love that.
Oh my gosh. But it's so good for you. Lowers your cholesterol. I mean, how many of us have cholesterol levels that are just through the roof? You know, cholesterol leads to all types of things, or you know, artery problems and heart problems. So,
thank you. Thank you, Talia. I know you could just keep going on.
I could. It's almost like you touched a button, and then I had to, you know.
That's all right. Keep going. Keep going. You know, I am so glad that you're here. I'm so glad that you tuned in. And before we go, you know, I always like to share my little tidbit, and I want to encourage you. In 2015, I'm going to just keep encouraging you to pursue your passion. You see how I touched that button with Talia, and all of a sudden I talk skincare, I talk natural, I talk economical, and she's like, bzzz. That's what I'm trying to tell you. Continue to follow your passion. Pursue it like a pit bull after a soup bone. Don't let it go. Whatever that thing is that awakens your interest, that awakens your dreams, that awakens your passion, follow it hard. No matter if it seems logical, no matter if it seems like it's too late, it is never too late for you to fulfill purpose. Never too late for you to fulfill purpose. You have a purpose, and so many of us are really living life aimlessly. We get up, we take a bath, we brush our teeth, we eat, we get in the car, we go to work, we come home, we take a bath, maybe not, we watch TV, and we do this route over and over again, and we never plug in to that thing that brings us alive, that thing that we were created to do. I believe that working with what you got is a movement. I believe I've tapped into a movement, and I want to encourage you. You have more than you think you have. Look at it from that perspective. You have more time. You have more ideas. You have more talent. You have more people on your side. You have more forgiveness. You have more help. And it is time for you to unknot your mind, free your mind, and the rest will follow. I'll see you next week, right here.